So a couple of things I wanted to get to first is, first off, I'm not actually a big skeet shooter. I like the sport, but I'm more of a trap shooter. That's my discipline in shotgunning is trap shooting, but I do like skeet, shoot it a little bit. And so this is the gun I was using, my 12 gauge. I've got that 16 gauge Browning pump. I've done a few mods to it, but we'll stick with the 12 gauges for right now. And done a few modifications. This one, this is actually a Brazilian, however you pronounce that in Portuguese, but I picked it up at Tradex Canada, and the reason I got it is I wanted over and under, and this one has got 28-inch barrels, and they're both improved cylinder over improved cylinder, which is nice because some of these older ones are, most of the time, they're either full over full or full over mod. I mean, you can use that for skeet, but a little more open's better. You can see it's a little older model with the dual triggers. And if you see a gun like an over and under usually, or side by side that has dual triggers, don't be afraid to buy it. It's real easy to shoot these. Once you get used to them, you can switch back and forth. No problem at all. There's videos on how to do it. Basically, when you go to shoot one barrel, you switch your finger just before you pull the trigger, then go back and forth. And a couple boxes of shells, you're good to go. But this started its life looking kind of like this. The few modifications I have done to it is I painted the barrels because they had some surface rust, and added these barrel stickers. Just got that, was kind of cool, and I wish I got these off eBay, but the guy doesn't have that sight on anymore, which kind of sucks. I do have the fiber optic sight. I just took it off for another project. Nice thing about this one, it's got the mid bead on the, and it does have a rail. It has the mid bead, which is nice. Now the back end here is where I've done a lot of mods. Like I said, it started its life just as a regular field gun, so it had kind of drop of the comb. So what I did is I cut it, and if you do this, you've got to be careful. All you do is it's just a coping saw. Is you got to watch because there's that hole, so you can unscrew the butt stock. You got to make sure you don't cut into that. I got close on this one, but it's okay. And I just, through trial and error, got this to where I wanted it. And all I use is aluminum, 3/8 aluminum rods to hold that into place. And this is just a piece of leather off an old couch. And under that, I don't know if you can see if it's kind of soft, is moleskin. You actually put them on your, if you got bad feet, I guess. I picked it up at the drugstore, and I've still got to finish it. I just kind of glued that on. I got to put some caps on to make it look nice. But in this here, I made one of these caps because it was missing, and I added some stickers onto it just to, customize it a bit. I added a spacer to get the length of pull a little better for me, just a piece of walnut I had kicking around. And the recoil pad is a limb saver, and the only reason that's on there is because I wanted to get one, and the only place open was Canadian Tire, and that's all they carry is limb saver. I don't like them. I'd rather stick with Kickies. But like I said, that's all I had. These stickers here, if you ever watch the Olympic shooters, they usually have stickers of the shoots they've been to. I thought that was kind of cool, and I was actually fooling with my printer and had some of this glossy paper, so I figured I'd make my own stickers just for, like I said, just customize it, make it look, personalize it. I got the Fighting Hellfish, and that's the gun manufacturer's little symbol and colors for Brazil. And then there's my Can Hunt and Canuck, which actually I did not know this when I kind of designed this. It's already part of the Canadian Special Forces. They use one similar to that, which is kind of cool. And this one here is the Sportsman Club that actually has a skeet range. They have one skeet range and one trap range. So I shoot skeet there, and of course the Canadian flag. Now the major modification I've done to this is, hopefully you can see that this will stay there. Let me get the reloader here. Okay, so if I get it, yeah, if you follow the line from the rib all the way down to the butts end, if I can get far enough back, you can see that this is actually bent over. And what that is cast off. Because I'm a right-hander, you bend it to the right, that gives you cast off. You go to the left, it's cast on. But what you're actually supposed to do, and with the raised comb too, is take your gun to a stock fitter, and they have ways of measuring how much cast off or on you need and your height and all that. But I just kind of fooled with it, like, because I wanted to try it myself just for the hell of it. So if you want to try this, it's actually kind of fun to do. And I've actually opened this up too a little bit with just a sander to make it fit my hand a little better. What you do is wrap right here with an old shirt, cotton shirt, then soak that with unboiled linseed oil. And if you're in Canada, you can get that at Home Hardware carries it. And you just wrap it and then you just heat that up. And I just put a strap on this and put it to a workbench and just kind of gently pulled it over as I heated it. And one thing is you need a lot of heat, obviously. I was trying to use it with just a propane MAP gas soldering torch. Wouldn't do it. I don't have my oxyacetylene torches anymore, but what I ended up using is one of those big ice melter weed burners, those big tiger torches. And heat that sucker with that, and that did it. You just got to heat it up, let it cool a bit, let the heat soak through. If you look at the Brownells YouTube channel, you can find there's an older English stock or gunsmith. He shows you how to do it. And I got a little hot in spots, but yeah, it did work. So that's why I picked this one. Okay, on to the new one. So this is it. This is my new 12 gauge Skeet gun. If you were thinking you were going to see a Krieghoff or Perazzi or Kolar, well, sorry to disappoint you. I was actually this close to buying a Browning XS Skeet from the equipment exchange off the CGN, but I had to talk myself out of it. I'm like, you know what, I don't shoot enough Skeet to justify buying a dedicated Skeet gun. I mean, yeah, you can shoot other stuff with it, but you know. But I did want a semi-auto to eventually replace that Brazilian one. Eventually the firing pins are probably going to snap on it. It has a few issues too, but anyways, I did want a semi-auto. I wanted to buy a used one. I wanted a Remington 1100. Didn't want to buy a brand new one. I found a nice used one, and it's a few hours north of here. I had to go up there anyway, so went up there. I was all, you know, ready to buy it, go there. Nope, it was already sold by the time I got there and being shipped out west. So long story short, this is a dealer demo model. Only had a few rounds in it, so it's almost like new. So it's got the synthetic stock, so it's actually going to paint, and it's a obviously Webley Scott. Now they call it their inertia driven model. Now it's not listed on their website, but the model 800 semi-auto looks the same as this, but I actually emailed them to find out if it is the same, because I wanted to know about the chokes, which I'll get to in a second. Now it comes with a lot of these spacers. That comes with swivel studs too, but these spacers, you can actually, talking about cast on and off, with those you can actually change the cast to make it fit a little better. I haven't fooled with that yet, or not at all. But, so that's kind of nice to have, and it comes with this nice little choke case. Now it actually comes with 5 chokes. Now there's one missing, the cylinder ones in my pocket. But it comes with the cylinder choke, an improved cylinder, which is what's in it now. I'll probably leave that in there for shooting Skeet. Comes with an improved modified, a modified, and a full. Now the improved modified, that is really nice for shooting trap. 16-yard trap is great with improved modified. And the reason I emailed to find out if this is the same model as the 800 is supposedly, or the 800, they use Beretta mobile style chokes, and I just wanted to see if these were the same as the Beretta. The reason being is I have this here. This is obviously a Briley choke, and it's green. It's their Skeet model. Now this is actually for a Browning. This is their Invector standard. Now this is actually should be threaded into my Browning 16 gauge pump. And I was all excited when the package came because I ordered some other chokes that you'll see later, and I wanted to try this Skeet choke out, and soon I'm looking at it, I was like, oh shit. And sure enough, they sent me a 12 gauge instead of the 16 gauge, so I emailed them. I got to find out how we can, how they want it, if they you know, replace it or send it back, or what if I gotta reorder a new one. And if I do have to pay shipping from Lowry, I'll put the name here, no matter how many chokes you buy, you pay one shipping price. So I might just order a Briley extended choke tube in this for Skeet, if it's, as soon as I find out what model it is, but we'll see. So anyways, so one thing about chokes, a bit of a rant, maybe you'll agree with me, maybe you don't. So if this is the Beretta style, you can see the threads are on the top of the choke, and the browning, they're on the end of it. And a bit of a rant I wanted to do is, why the hell didn't they come up with just standard one style, like either have them back here or up there? Same with like bolt patterns on your cars and trucks. Like Dodge, some years are different, and Dodge from Chrysler to GM is different. I was trying to buy snow tires for my truck, and I had to make sure I got the right year of Dodge, because the new ones are different from the old ones. And I don't know, maybe somebody's got a reason why the hell they did that. I'm sure because you have to buy their chokes, but whatever. But so that's kind of a pain in the ass, but we'll see. So I'm going to take it apart, and I'll just show you what the inertia system looks like. So if you know how anybody's familiar with the Benelli system, you can see if this is the same or not. Then we'll switch over to the shooting part. So there is the bolt. I'm not sure if that's like the Benelli system or not. I didn't bother taking out the trigger assembly. All you gotta do is pull that one pin out, and it drops out, and obviously that just slides off and it rides on that. But I'm gonna soak this, clean some more of that grease off, and put it back together. And so we'll bring you over to the shooting part.